What do you expect to see from Pittsburgh this season and from Big Ben?
He's going to be bad, and I expect him to be benched by the middle of the season, and here's why.
Wow.
When I was at the Jets and the Dolphins, Ben Roethlisberger was a big physical, to get the ball down the field quarterback, and stats don't always paint a picture, but in 2015, Ben Roethlisberger was third in the NFL in yards per pass attempt, meaning he got the ball down the field. Last year, at 38 years old, he was 31st. He just checked the ball down. Now, they had guys that can make plays once they had the ball in their hand, the Smith-Schusters of the world. But at 39, losing the quarterback of your offensive line and Marquise Pouncey, he's going to get rid of the ball faster. That's going to compress the field. He is going to make sure that he is protecting himself and getting rid of the ball. And when that happens, it's really hard to score points in this league because now you have 11 defensive players closer to the line of scrimmage. So he's had a great career. It's over. They're paying Ben Roethlisberger for what he used to do, not what he's going to do in the future. And those three other quarterbacks in the AFC North are getting better. He's getting older, and that's a big problem for the Steelers long term.
So before we get to this video, I wanted to remind you guys that we're giving away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. If you've already done that already, then you're all good to go, and we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway in August in a community post on my community tab. Now that we get all that out of the way, Burk! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? The video that we showed you prior to the intro was very, very relevant to our topic at hand. This was actually posted 3 days ago, and I found it very interesting that the report today discusses Ben Roethlisberger's improvements after Mike Tannenbaum absolutely went on a rant in regards to Ben. The very first thing I need to say about what Mike Tannenbaum said is the issue I have with this take is it's so unnecessarily aggressive, and I feel like it's just something that is being stretched out and exaggerated a decent amount just because hot takes are king currently in the sports world right now, unfortunately. But there were some things about this take that were just absolutely frustrating to me. For example, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger is clearly not the quarterback that he was in 2015. Last year, he did check the ball down significantly more. It really bothered me that he referred to his wide receivers as the Juju Smith-Schusters of the world. And I feel like there's a complete distortion in regards to the real reason why Ben Roethlisberger got re-signed. You see, whenever you could bring back a quarterback and pay him significantly less towards the tail end of his career, especially at the age of 39, well, at that point, you're not paying for Ben Roethlisberger's arm strength, you're not paying for his accuracy, you're paying for his experience, his ability to read defenses and to adjust at the line of scrimmage. That's the primary reason the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are paying Tom Brady. That's the primary reason why Aaron Rodgers won MVP last year, and that's the main reason why you're seeing a late career renaissance for quarterbacks making their way to their late 30s and sometimes even their early 40s in their career. You combine that with the brand new rules that were instituted about 3 years ago in regards to roughing the passer, and the game has never been more prolonged for a NFL quarterback until now. Another thing that really bothers me about that take that we heard in the very beginning is the fact that who on earth are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to bench Ben Roethlisberger for? Dwayne Haskins? I don't really know. The real reason that he was brought back was because the Steelers didn't have a contingency plan in place, they didn't have a better quarterback or an upgrade over him, and he was willing to take a pay cut so the Steelers could improve other aspects of their team. Do I think the Steelers can win a Super Bowl with Ben Roethlisberger at the helm? Absolutely. Do you know why? Because this is a man that's making as much money as Cam Newton is this year. So long as a quarterback isn't being paid a ridiculous salary, something along the lines that Dak Prescott is getting now, then I have tremendous faith in a NFL team's ability to win a Super Bowl. I usually cite Tom Brady as my favorite example of this. He's been taking pay cuts throughout his entire career because he's in an advantageous financial situation. And I'm not saying this is the only reason he's won Super Bowls, but the fact that his teams have been able to invest that money elsewhere definitely helped Tom Brady out a little bit. Now, it's really interesting because one of the improvements that the Steelers made this offseason was by investing a first-round draft pick in a running back by the name of Najee Harris out of Alabama. And so far, Ben Roethlisberger has been singing his praises, saying that Ben is extremely amazed at what Harris can be for the team, even as a rookie. He said once Najee gets it and it clicks and he goes full speed, man, it is going to be something to see. Saying that he's a really hard worker and he's in here extra long. I think the other day the running backs coach told him, hey Najee, I have to go home now. And that just shows that he's still in there watching film and he's constantly asking questions, and that's good. He doesn't seem lost, it's not like it's too big for him. His head is not spinning. I mean, he's asking questions, which is good, but he's out there and he's playing fast. And I think the most exciting part about Najee that we're all going to be excited to see is once he gets it and it clicks and he goes full speed, man, it's going to be something to see. So far, Najee Harris is getting great praise from Ben Roethlisberger, another player that, in my opinion, took a decent pay cut to stay with the Pittsburgh Steelers in a stroke of bold genius, in my opinion, is Juju Smith-Schuster, who is currently working out with Dez Bryant in Dallas, as he posted to his Instagram. But the fact that the Steelers were able to retain the services of Juju Smith-Schuster is one very surprising, because I expected Schuster to sign maybe in New York, maybe in a large market, maybe go back to the LA Rams, but he signed with the Steelers on a 1-year, $8 million contract, which I think is a good bet, because typically if you're a player that is a wide receiver, changing teams could be slightly volatile. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins had no problem last year, but we see instances where superstar wide receivers go to new offenses and they're no longer the player that they once were. And I'm assuming Juju Smith-Schuster was very wary of that. But that's before we get to the main meat of this training camp update, which is something that I'm still kind of iffy on, so I'm going to need your guys' interpretation in the comment section down below. So this is coming with Pro Football Talks Mike Florio saying via Twitter that Ben Roethlisberger is looking to shed the name Big Ben from his nickname. So according to Ben's camp, apparently Ben Roethlisberger's biggest concern is his weight loss, and he has been so driven since the season has ended. According to this source, his diet is stricter than Tom Brady's, which that's a pretty big claim, because Tom Brady has really built a brand, at least a sports brand, based off of the TB12 method, which is what he credits for his ability to play until his mid-40s and win Super Bowls. This is really interesting to me, because you will never imagine a 39-year-old quarterback that is closer to his retirement than he is to his rookie season coming out and saying that he's really focused on weight loss, especially when he's known for being a big quarterback. But according to Ryan Burr, he also said that Ben will never mention the beating he has taken in the media, but says from a dedication standpoint that he has never seen anything from Ben close to this in the past, saying that he is obsessed with his diet and his workouts. Now, the reason why I'm a little skeptical is there was no picture to show any potential weight loss from Ben Roethlisberger. There's nothing. I did as much digging as I can. I can't even find a good video of Ben Roethlisberger at training camp so far. So if I get that, I'll keep you guys updated either here or on my Instagram. But I could buy this report mainly because this is quite possibly one of the greatest opportunities for Ben Roethlisberger to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line took a slight downgrade after losing David DeCastro and, of course, Marquise Pouncey. They did add former Pro Bowl offensive lineman Trey Turner, but he was dealing with injuries, so the jury's out on him. But this is probably one of the most complete teams that the Steelers have ever had, and they were a force to be reckoned with until the end of the season and until the meltdown against the Cleveland Browns, and I'm assuming that's what motivated Ben Roethlisberger. So let me know what you guys think about this training camp update for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell me what you think about Ben Roethlisberger. Do you think he will get benched in the middle of the season? Do you think that his weight loss is legitimate? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.